Here's my problem with historical stats in any sport, but obviously specifically with racing here. In January, you're doing form for a 1400 at Caulfield, and you think, who's the best horse? And you do your work accordingly. And then all of a sudden, a month later, when the Futurity Stakes is on, you go, well, I wonder how Manikato lines up here. Who cares what happened in the past? It can be a guide, but I think it's overrated as a guide. And that's just my personal perspective. Some very, very smart people have used it differently and with great success. And if they use it with success, it works. But for instance, last week, Tentaurus, 3-year-olds in recent years have a modest record in weight for age sprints. There was one key point that occurred though, and that was Tentaurus was the best horse in the Lightning. And that's what I'm saying, there's always a hybrid. Melbourne Cups for years, you know, you had to go via the Caulfield Cup and race on Derby Day and put miles in your legs. And the market accordingly looked for those type of horses. And then Lee Freedman come along after he won the Caulfield Cup with Doremus and said, I'm not giving this horse another run, it doesn't need one. And that won the Melbourne Cup, and trainers changed their perspective. And no different to Team McAvoy last year with Half Yours winning the Caulfield Melbourne Cup double with no run in between. And then the International started coming across, and the pattern was you had to have a run locally before exploding and winning the Melbourne Cup. And there was this big bank of 20 odd years saying that if you went into the Melbourne Cup at your first Australian run, it was a key negative. Mighty Red Cadeau got beaten at Eyelash one year at his first run, but outside of that. And then Joseph O'Brien came along and said, this horse doesn't need a run, and he won, and Cross Counter won, and Twilight Payment won. So 3 horses in 4 years. And if you let the historics put you off, you just missed out on a winner, because what each of those 3 horses had in common was that they were the best horse on the day. You wouldn't believe it. So in a nutshell, I'm very confident on this. The Blue Diamond was first run in 1971, and tomorrow I think the pattern will continue and a 2-year-old will win. All my form at racetrackralphie.com.au.